Hello patrons, and welcome to another behind the scenes video where I look disheveled and unshaven because I am both of those things. So today I'm going over what has happened with the display for brickslopes this year. Let's go ahead and flip it and show you what we got going on. Okay, so I've moved the big ship. I've moved the La Brea class cruiser onto the display so we can line up our feet again. The feet weren't quite perfectly lined up last time, so I'm actually going to be doing some tricky little things to make sure that they are this time. And a little more permanent solution than what we had before. So we've got these 2x4s, and they're arranged in such a way that they actually fit exactly across in a particular pattern for these 16x16s, which I have bought a large stack of, enough to cover most of this thing. There will be a few places that are not covered, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But what I'm doing right now is actually adding these to these little 2x connectors. So if we just use the 2x4s, the base plates can come separated. I've had this happen before, which is very frustrating. So what I've done is added these 2x6s, 2x10s, all around, and now I'm using this bag of 1x2s that I bought from my wife for a really good deal from her bricklink store, and I'm putting these 1x2s on top of them. And the reason I'm doing that is because it just makes it a little bit stronger, so that when the plates above are pushing down, there's a nice sandwiched connection between them. I did just have these just sitting there, but as I thought about it, I'm like, man, they could pop loose and wiggle around and fall around inside, and I really don't want to have to take it apart. So I'm adding these just to act as a spacer. You can see them all over anywhere that there is a connection between two base plates with the 2x. I'm just throwing it in there to make it work. All right. Now over here, I actually completely disassembled the base. You can actually see in the dust some of what used to be there. So we're going to wash those next. But that whole base that I had for the ATTC is gone. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the sand level. We're going to put these on, sand it, and then bring it down here. And we're going to actually have a base that's dug out of the sand and sunk down in. So we're actually raising this one all the way up 2 studs around the outs, or 2 bricks along the outside. And then we're going to have the base built up and sunk down, so it's bigger on the inside than it would look on the outside. We're going to go for a TARDIS kind of thing. That's always interesting to me when you have places dug into the ground, so we're going to do that. Another thing we're going to do over here, if you'll indulge me for just a moment, we're putting these on, and that one fits right there. So we have these stands that I built. They're temporary stands, and I will use them for the final product for transporting this. So those stands are actually going to be semi-permanent. They're removable for when it's on display, but then for transport and everything, that's what I'm going to use, because they're really well centered and in a good position. But we put this out, figure out where the feet are, and then we're going to reinforce just with stacks of 2x4s underneath where the foot goes, so that it's really well supported. So you can see how easily the base plates don't really hold things that well, as a matter of fact. So it's a little scary to be relying on that so much, but it is what it is. So we're going to do that. We're going to reinforce it, and then I also thought of building up and building down a little bit with these plates. And what I mean by that is, I can show you just a quick example. We'll just throw this on. This is not how it's going to work, but just raise it up a little bit and have this whole area actually have some texture and elevation changes to it. The far end over there is already tiled. I'll have to take up that brick, that base plate, unfortunately, which I'm not very excited about, but have some slight elevation changes on here. Probably just 2 or 3 of these that will be up a little bit or down a little bit, depending on how I feel. But first thing we got to do is figure out where the legs go exactly, build their connection points or their open spots so that it's easy to see, and we know exactly where it goes, and kind of go from there. We're very, very dusty after being up above the, well, actually right there. Mostly visible from the other side, but everything's holding really well. The ship is held together quite well. I'm hoping to start on the instructions sometime this year, but we'll see. Everything still works. Elevator still functions. I've left the batteries up there with it and the motor, so, but we're looking good. All right, trying to think if there's anything else. I'm still not sure what to do with that sunken down area where the AT-AT head was, because I took it apart because I needed some parts from it. And yeah, anyway, that's what we're up to. That's where we're at so far. I used to have the Star Wars and TJ logo over here. I've moved it over there because that's going to be where our display side will be. So this is going to be the far side. That way I can reach the battery box and show people if they want. Still not sure on what ship is going to be right there. But I think the LA or the BAAD is going to be there. I think the Resistance lat gun ship will be there. But I'm still working on what the new ship is going to be. Anyway, you guys have a good one. I just wanted to give you guys an update because you deserve one for being patrons. So, you guys have a good day, and we'll catch you later.